Hey y'all, just wrapping up the Invitational here on the Kissimmee chain. Ended up in 9th place. Dropped 19.7 today, something like that, 19.10, somewhere in that 19 pound range. Definitely, as you guys saw, I could have had a bigger bag. It is what it is. The big one that come off, I'm gonna explain really quick. It all happened so fast, and when you have them hooked on that big bait, that's a lot of weight, them throwing it side to side, and it come up, and I tried to get that net under it, and it went down quicker than I thought it would, and the hook snagged the net, and the rest is history. It is what it is. Also broke off one today. The first bite I had on the big glide bait, $500 glide bait, just sayonara. Regardless, 9th place out of 122 out of this crowd, I'm very, very proud of. I signed up for this tournament on Sunday, like before the event. Just left the Toyota on Okeechobee. Had a bunch of my buddies that were like, you know, you sissy, you better fish it, you know, yada, yada, yada. So I succumbed to the guilt trip, and sleep hasn't been my best friend this week. It's okay. I'm very, very, like I said, I'm very blessed with the finish that I had. Just gonna break it down for you really quick. This is, I said it in the beginning of the first day, I left Toho with about 14 pounds and a 5-pounder. This is a Scenko Stix 611, medium extra fast. It's their jerkbait rod. We have a couple more coming out, but this is one you just made up for me. I don't quite have one out in the expansion series yet. And then this is a Yo-Zuri Pro Series mid-range jerkbait, 110. It is bad to the bone. I'm so excited. Comes with higher end hooks straight out of the package, weight transfer system, sick paint job. You can see the hook rash on this one. That's just because it's a prototype. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna have their internal paint job as they do on most of their other baits. They have really high-end paint jobs on this series. Has a weight transfer system in it. It is sweet. Caught a couple good ones on that, both today and the first day. The second day I didn't have scope. I really just went swinging for the fences and went shallow. So when I did go shallow the second day, after I left Toho the first day, I was throwing a 7.6 heavy fast Scenko Stix rod. Oh, and by the way, this jerkbait was on 12-pound T7 fluorocarbon as well. This one, 7.6 heavy fast, 50-pound Superbraid by Yo-Zuri, 5/0 Gamakatus G Power flipping hook. Thing's bad to the bone. It's got a nano coating on it. Really, really sticky hook. I caught my 7.9 the second day on it. Last minute catch was so sick, was so excited.
Let's go! Yes!
Brusier Bait's big stick, it's just black blue tail. Huge shout out to Steve Dial. He sent me a package of these the night of the first day of the tournament. I had enough to get through the first day, and then he sent me a big old batch of them. I was truly thankful. And then a 3/8 and a 1/2 ounce. And all that wind, I was throwing a 1/2 ounce. But when the wind died down, I was throwing a 3/8 Flat Out Tungsten, and then just a Bass Stix and gear stopper on there. And then the final day, I switched it up. I pulled up to the area I started the first day because we weren't allowed to use live scope the second day. I don't know if I left that out. And just started seeing big ones roaming everywhere. They were not there the first day. I couldn't believe it. I caught a couple on the jerkbait, and then I pulled out a big glide bait. I'm not gonna get too in depth on this. Big glide bait. 25-pound T7 fluorocarbon. I like to keep some things in my back pocket, even though it's not secret. More of the story. First one I pulled out was a $600 glide bait, had a very fancy paint job and everything. I had been tied on for about a month. Caught an almost 10-pounder on it in a tournament a couple weeks ago. I hadn't retied it, that 25-pound T7 is like rope. Apparently it had a bad nick in it that I did not feel, and I had a 5-pounder come up and eat it, and as soon as I leaned into it, that line snapped like butter. So that sucked. It come up jumping, showed itself and everything, but did that today, caught my big one doing that. I missed another one last minute on it. Sucks is what it is. Another bait that I did catch a good one on today, my second biggest one, 4-pounder, was a Yo-Zuri 3DB pencil and bone on 40-pound Superbraid. It was a heck of a strike. It was kind of a cluster, but it sure was a lot of fun, but especially to get one on Topwater. Shoot, you can't beat Topwater. But like I said, 9th place, can't complain. On to the next one. I think the next one's the Bassmaster Classic, so that's crazy to just be able to say, but life's good. I finally get to get some sleep tonight in my own bed.